Oh, hi guys. Welcome to this tutorial. I'm George Kettlewell, and I'll be your guide to how to create a George Kettlewell-style video painting piece. Okay, so this is an example of one I made earlier. um, this is called Crane 1, and it's called that because it's got a crane in it, and as you can see it's a loop of a video that slowly changes and morphs, becomes very blurry, kind of looks like a Monet painting, very impressionist, or you're on drugs, or cataracts are bad, or you've lost your glasses or something. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so yeah, very beautiful. It's I think it's definitely worth an A-star. If I was a judge, I'd say paradigms being shifted all over the place in this piece. So, but hey, who am I? I'm no expert. Anyway, that's just a side thing. So I'm going to show you how to make a video like this. So we'll just close that down, and you want to open up Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. It's a very expensive computer program, but luckily you can illegally download it. And you want to create a new project. Okay, so you got your new project, and we're going to call this one masterpiece, because that's what we're going to make, a masterpiece. Okay, all right. So you hit OK, and yes, there's a lot of information here, but you just press OK. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, guys. So now you want to go and you want to import just into this section here in the bottom left. You want to import a video. Now, what you want to do first is get your footage. So you go out, and I use a Canon 60D SLR, and I video clouds and moss, bits of grass, boring nature stuff. You just go out, you video it, you look like that guy of an American Beauty, the guy who films carrier bags. You do that, you say to yourself, wow, it's so beautiful. And it is, it's beautiful. But we're going to make it more beautiful, because that's what art's all about. Okay, so I'm just going to import this video here. This was a video I took at the seaside a couple of weeks ago. Look at those blue skies. It's like California. And now what you want to do is you want to press in. You want to press at the I key, and that's the in section, and then you scan along until you get a nice clip. So I'm quite liking this, and then I'll press the O button, and that's the out button. This is the beach Ravenshew. I can highly recommend it. It's in East Lothianshire, and it's really very beautiful. So I found my clip. I've got 12 seconds. I just drag that in, change the settings, and there we go. Now, the first check you want to do is you want to copy and paste the clips. So you can see I've got 3 clips there in my play section, and I just go ahead and play them. Okay, so now what you want to be checking is that horizon line doesn't move. Oh, and it doesn't. The camera's very still. I mean, you've got the waves and the trees are moving, obviously, but the horizon line is very still, and that's what you want, because you want it to be quite subtle. So now you just want to go File, Export, and Export Media, or Command M, and here we go. Okay, so there's a lot of information here. First things first, you want to go H.264. That's your codec you want to be using, and there's a lot of options here, but you're going to change it anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But I go for the I'm going to go H1080p 25, a lovely codec. I'm sure you'll agree, it's a fantastic codec, it really is. Okay, so it's got no audio. You don't need to export the audio, it's got no audio. Okay, I'm going to change the name of Masterpiece. Remember, it's a masterpiece we're making, yeah? Okay, guys, so then that's your top information. You want to change the width of the video to 720. and you want to, 404. No, you want to change that to 576. Oh, okay, I'm not quite sure what's happening there. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. That's okay. Okay, so then you want to go to bit rate encoding. Get it to VBR2 pass. That just means it's of a higher quality. It takes a bit longer, but it's worth it. Okay, so you go 5 and 8. They're your target and your maximum bit rates. That's fine. That's cool. And you know, estimated file size 7 megabytes. That's great. Okay, so what seems to be the problem here? Let's figure. Oh, I know. You've got to deselect that box. Yeah, just deselect that box. You don't need it. And then everything's cool. Okay, guys, that's great. You get your 12-second clip. You hit export. That'll take a minute. I'll just skip right ahead, but it only takes it's going to take about 2 minutes. Okay, so you've done that. It's fine. You got your clip. Now you're done with Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. You just close that down, save the project. Okay, guys. Okay, great. Now you want to open up One Stop Datamosh Kit. This is downloadable. I'll put the link in the About section or whatever it's called on YouTube. You know the thing, just underneath the video. You can find it there. Okay, you open up FFmpeg and you click Try for Free. FFmpeg is a video file converter that converts files into AVI files. Explain a bit more about them. You want to go, first off, you go File, Load Preset, and load the datamoshing presets. Now, there's a couple of things you need to change first. You just need to go to the options, decode with QT, and deselect letterbox. You don't need that. For some reason that won't save, so you just got to remember you do that first. I don't know what it means, but you don't want it. Doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. Okay, so now you get your masterpiece, np.mp4. That's the file we just made, and you go and all you want to do is you just want to drop it in. There you go. You drag, you drop, you press encode, and FFmpeg progress will pop up, and there you go. That's it. It's very fast. So it's converting it into an AVI file. An AVI file means basically what it means is it spaces out the iframes and the p-frames. Now I'll explain a bit more about that. The iframes are like video stills, and the p-frames are the movement, so that tell the pixels where to go. Well, what this does is it stretches that out, stretches out the gap. So you get more movement and less stills, you get less information, so thus the video glitches up. And anyway, now you want to open up AVI Demux. AVI Demux, as it clues in the name, it's an AVI program. So you drag and drop your masterpiece AVI file, and you just drag and drop a few of those in. Okay, guys? So it's very easy. Look, you just drag and drop. Easy peasy. Okay, super. So while you're doing that, now, what that means is your AVI file, rather than like your MP4, it's only got an iframe at the beginning. And in AVI Demux, you want to go, so we've got about 6 clips in there now. You drag your thing along the bar and you click A and B, and you place a little box around it and you delete it. So let's see that again. A, go to the side, B, done. Delete. Do it again. I'm doing it very fast. I know what I'm doing here. So A, B, put a little box around it, delete. Getting rid of all the iframes so that it's only movement. You've got an iframe at the beginning, that's the still. Then after that, it's just movement, and thus you get it so that it glitches up. It becomes, this will be a very nice sort of wash. The other one was quite flashy. Okay, so we save it. We save it as masterpiece. Remember to put .avi at the end, and we save it. Do you want to continue anyway? Just hit yes. doesn't take too long. It's very fast because it's quite a simple file. It's just the movement. There we go. Okay. So now we've done that. What you want to do is just exporting, encoding. There we go. Job done. Okay. There we go. So now you can close down AVI Dmux, and you've sort of created your file. Okay, we're just going to skip ahead now. We skip ahead, and we go to, there we go, masterpiece.avi. It's a fairly big file. It's 60.7 megabytes, and you want to go open with QuickTime Player 7. Okay, guys. Okay, and you just want to check that it's running okay. So you want to go View, Enter Full Screen. There we go. Okay. Hit play, and you just want to check. So this is good. Rather than the first video, Crane 1 that I showed you, that was only a 1-second loop. This is a 12-second loop, so it's gonna be a little bit slower, it's gonna take longer to glitch up. And it should be pointed out at this point that the video, because I'm screen grabbing, it's quite broken up. Because I'm recording my screen at the same time, the video's, it's running a bit slow, is what I'm saying. The computer's running a bit slow. I'll admit it, it's running a bit slow. Okay. Okay, but you can see it's changing. The C, it's beautiful. Definitely worth an A star. Okay. I mean, some people say it's a bit like this, it's a bit like that. It's true, it is a bit like, Brian Eno's things, a bit like Pipolati Rest, but it's something totally new, totally original. It's shifting paradigms. I don't think anyone can argue with that. Okay, let's just watch it again from the beginning. Okay, you can see it did change very much. It's a subtle one. It creeps up on you. It's sort of like a screensaver, and then pow, pow. That's the. When did that happen? You don't know. It just did. Okay, guys. So anyway, I'm going off topic. You want to save that. You want to export it rather as a movie to QuickTime Movie. You want to use your H.264, your quality medium, your key frame rate 25, doesn't really matter, encoding mode multi-pass, dimensions 720, okay, scale, crop, great. Those are your settings. Change them to that. I've already got them pre-saved because I've done this so many times. Okay, then you export. It's not going to take too long. Beauty of this, because it's an AVI file. Oh, there we go. It's done. And you can see it's only 5.3 megabytes rather than the 60 megabytes that it was. So great. Okay, and that's it. Let's just take a look. Make sure everything. So it's cropped. It's a little bit smaller now. I mean, there's not as big black edges as before. There we go. It's playing now, as I say. It's running a bit slow, but you get the idea. You see the waves breaking. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, guys, so there you go. That's it. Very simple, but beautiful. And don't forget to subscribe and give me a like and all that sort of stuff. And if you've got any problems, just email. Okay, guys. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy making some art.